Uganda Nebyaayo.
The Karamajongs live in the southern part of the region in the northeastern part of Uganda, occupying an area equivalent to 1/10 of the country. According to anthropologists, the Karamajongs are part of a group that migrated from present-day Ethiopia around 600 AD and split into two branches, with one branch moving to present-day Kenya to form the Kalenjin group and Maasai cluster. The Ateka migrated westwards and split into several groups, including Turkana in present-day Kenya, Iteso, Dodoth, Are Karamajongs, and Kumam in present-day Uganda. Also Are and Toposa in southern Sudan, all of them together, now known as the Teso cluster or Karamajong cluster. It is said that the Karamajongs were originally known as the Are. The name Karamajong derived from a phrase Ekangimojong, meaning the old man can walk no further. According to tradition, the people now known as the Karamajong cluster or Teso cluster are said to have migrated from Abyssinia between 600 and 700 AD as a single group. When they reached the area around the modern Kenyan-Ethiopian border, they are said to have fragmented into several groups, including those that became Turkana, Toposa, and the Dodoth. The group that became known as the Toposa continued to present-day southern Sudan. The Dodoth settled in Apule in the northern part of the present-day Karamoja. The Turkana settled in Kenya, where they are now, and today's Are of Uganda are thought to have split from them, moving up the escarpment into today's Kotido district. The main body continued southwards, reportedly consisting of 7 groups or clans who settled into today's southern Karamoja, eventually merging to become the 3 clans now existing: the Matheniko in the east around Moroto Mountain, the Pian in the south, and the Bokora in the west. However, a significant sized group went west and formed the Iteso, the Kumam, and the Lanji. It was this group who were said to have used the phrase, "the old man can walk no further." The main livelihood activity of the Karamajongs is herding livestock, which has social and cultural importance. Crop cultivation is a secondary activity, undertaken only in areas where it is practicable. Due to the arid climate of the region, the Karamajongs have always practiced a sort of pastoral transhumance, where for 3 to 4 months in a year, they move their livestock to the neighboring districts in search of water and pasture for their animals. Karamajongs live in grass-thatched huts, locally known as manyatas, in wood-fenced homesteads, in some local languages known as alal. The most fascinating aspect about the Karamajong culture is their love for music. They perform different traditional dances, but the most fascinating of them all is the Edonga dance, where the youth jump high up in the sky, following the rhythm of their hand claps as a test of their strength. Among the different tribes present in the Karamajong region, we made our maiden visit to the Ik community up in Mountain Morongole. The Ik people, sometimes called Toiso, are a rapidly evolving ethnic group of about 10,000 people. They live in several small villages arranged in clusters comprising their community. Each village is surrounded by an outer wall, then portioned into family or friend same neighbors called odogs, each surrounded by a wall. Each odog is sectioned in 2 walled households cul-de-sacs with front yards for community-based interactions and in some cases granaries.
We have been receiving tourists coming from outside. For instance, we had a tourist who came from outside. He came purposely in translation of the Iki language, in which I believe in some years to come, we shall have our own language.
They claim to have migrated from Ethiopia, settled in Kenya, and later migrated to the Karamajongs sub-region. We headed over to the Jie community in Kabong district. The Jie are semi-nomadic pastoral people. They share the habit of constant low-level warfare, mainly to capture cattle with their neighbors.
What are you doing?
Yes.
What's your name?
My name is Ellen Peter.
Ellen Peter?
Yes.
What are you doing? What was that you're doing?
Right now? I'm dancing for peace. Yes.
You're dancing for me?
Yes.
Thank you.
Sorry, right.
Yeah. What's your name?
Lokor Peter.
Lokor Peter, where are you?
Kalagwan. Kalagwan.
What kind of people are these I'm seeing? The people.
Which people?
What tribe are you?
I'm just in the way.
You're just in the way.
All over all this area.
You're just in this area. Why are you people dancing?
I will not see. You have not seen.
And why are you dancing?
Even me, I was dancing.
Why?
Because it was good.
You like dancing?
I wanted to trap to you.
Can we dance now?
We can go together inside there.
You want to go and dance with me?
Yeah.
Is that what you want?
Kekurumia kan?
The Karamajongs have been involved in various conflicts centered on the practice of cattle raids. They are in constant conflict with their neighbors in Uganda, Sudan and Kenya, due to frequent cattle raids, mostly because cattle are an important element in the negotiation for a bride, and young men use the raids as a rite of passage and way of increasing their herds to gain status. The Ugandan government have attempted to broker deals for weapons amnesties, but the number of cattle the Karamajongs have wanted per gun has proved too steep for any meaningful agreement to be made.
And so hello, maybe like me, you've been thinking Karamajongs are Karamajongs, but they have tribes like everywhere else. I think Karamoja is the big picture, the Karamajongs are the big picture, but then we have visited, like you've been following me, we have visited the Eid, we have gone to the Jia, now we are in Kaotako, and I am going to be trying to find the conversation up here. I've learned a few words. You follow me. Ikonai. Talk to me, come on, Ikonai. Well, not everyone is as, you know, just come with me. So this is the traditional setup of the Karamojong village. Inside, I'm seeing some people here. We'll be learning later what their culture is like, what has tourism done for them, things like that, and more and more. So I'm going to be finding another one. I hope they are not as shy, you know. Ekonai. Basically, all I'm saying is, how are you, Ekonai? And then they'll say a joke about all Emam. Then I said Lakara, meaning thank you. I'm learning. I might as well stay here. Follow me. However, we are going to be learning more about their culture, about what they do for a living, and what makes this place so special. You're going to love it here.
What you see there, it's the tail of a cow, or a dead cow. You know, always in Karamoja, every part of an animal is very important. So for that thing that is called in our language, Yeshuma, I don't know in English, to be honest. That thing is used when the ritual is being performed. When they are sending a new, married couples, when they are paying a dowry, when they are marrying traditionally. A person who is marrying, for example, a boy who is taking out a girl from the compound of their parents to their compound after paying, so he has to be having that thing. That thing represents that there is a ceremony being performed. And even when elders or when young boys go for dating. All my name is Okoro Emmanuel, nickname called Koizan, and I got that name Koizan when I was in the high school. So I like the history of South Africa, the two tribes in South Africa called the Khoikhoi and the San. Yes, I'm 28 years old. I work with Karatunga Arts and Tours, and what inspired me to apply to Karatunga to become a tour guide is that I found this work of tourism as something very, very enjoyable. It's a very nice job. It makes you exposed. There is a challenge of unemployment. For example, the community where I live now is a challenge of unemployment. Not all the youth are educated, or not all the youth are learned. So you find that if you don't create your own job, you find that you will not get something for a living. So that's one of the challenges I have in my community. There's a challenge of unemployment. Then the second one is also a challenge of challenge of education. So you find that not every community, not every family member, or not every household can get something, some money for supporting their children in school. So you find that most of them, some of them get scholarships from the government and also from the NGOs. And again, from the government, it needs you when you have someone related to you in the government is when you can qualify to get a scholarship. So there's a serious problem of education. As I said before, not all my family members are educated, or my community members.
One of the dances that signifies a man's strength. When he jumps so high, it means he's the strongest ever. You want to find out who is the
The highlight of our adventure was with the Tepeth community, the mountain dwellers of Mountain Moroto. They claim to be the earliest settlers of the Karamojong region before the current settlers came and pushed them far into the mountains. They were hunters and gatherers, but when much of the hunting grounds were gazetted in the 1970s and 1980s, they settled for cattle herding. The Tepeth owe their existence to Mountain Moroto, and most of their religious rituals are attributed to the mountain.
We are now going to one of the cultural shrines in the Tepeth community here. And I'm just going to shortly ask the elder how important it is in the tribe. So to the elder, he says that is one cultural place, is where they gather, and it's a kind of a church where they pray for everything. So in front where you see my finger pointing at the yellow rock there, That is one of the cultural points believed by the community in Tepeth. So in front of me there is the place where the community, the Tepeth community, still believes the first point where they divided. So, and that place is treated of respect. No one can always go there. So together with the elder, Mr. Felix, we are now going to one of the cultural sacred shrines.
They don't support cutting trees because to them when one dies, their souls rests in a tree. Quite interesting, right?
So hello beautiful people, I'm in Moroto district, Moroto town, on the slopes of Mountain Moroto. See behind me, I'm not lying. Those are the beautiful slopes of Mountain Moroto. And right where I am is Are Karamoja Safari Camp, Karamoja Backpackers, the famous Karatunga camp. And I think there is something beautiful about this place. I haven't been inside, but you're going to follow me to see what we can find actually. According to Theo, the owner of this place, actually Kara is partly to symbolize Karamoja, and Tunga is people, so we are the Karamoja people's camp. Follow me. This is the parking lot. And I think I'm heading to the recreation center right now. One thing as we are entering, you know, the Karamoja people have a culture that is untouched. It's very well conserved, and you're going to see the fences around here. They are in the form of they call it nyarar. You can call it a klar, but they build it using this wood. So they mimic this at this place to make it really look authentically like a conservation place. What you see here is a granary. When they harvest their millet, they put it in the granary until I think it's done, and you know they harvest. They farm millet and sunflowers and everything. So outside a typical Karamojong village, this is what you're going to find. You're going to find a granary and the manitas, of course. So I like the place. It is well decorated with the glass lamps. I don't know if you know glass lamps, but me I do. If you are not actually as old as I am, maybe you don't, but they were really great. In this place they are used to light up the place. Actually, what they said, they don't use plastic bottles just to conserve the environment. Quite interesting, right? The bags, it's quite well conserved. See what I've been talking about. These are the fences. This is what they used to do in Nyarai. And if you come to Karatunga, you're going to find it mimicked very well. So you will learn about culture and you have fun in a cool environment. So it's a camping site. These are the tents that we've been talking about. As you can see. So if you're planning to make your journey to Moroto district, visit the Karamajongs and have fun listening and watching them dance, and you know, telling you about their culture, what do they eat, how do they live their lives. You cannot do that and end your day in this touch the environment. My name is Nomale Agnes. Thank you for following me.
Eno ye Uganda Nebyaayo.